It's a beautiful lake day outside today. Now, if I was rich, I would have a boat and I would go all around this beautiful waters here on a great summer day. But I don't have a boat. But what I do have is sardines. So I thought today, since it's a beautiful day, we could eat some sardines together. It's been quite a cozy year. It's been quite cozy, like I said. I've learned a lot of new things recently. And I've been trying out new things. And this new thing that I've been trying out is sardines. Which people think sardines are very gross. And at first, I did agree with them that they are pretty gross. But they're very beneficial to your health. Very. You know, you gotta try them out. Very good for your heart and your health. Speaking of which, I was thinking about this yesterday, that the process of putting fish in a can is quite interesting. In fact, canning itself has been quite an achievement that in American history, I think, that no one really talks about. I mean, take a look at this sardine, for example. This beautiful sardine. It was captured, went into a factory, filleted, put in a can, and then it was sealed tight forever. I mean, this thing does not go bad until 2027, which is crazy to me. It's very crazy. I think people sleep on the process of canning very much. In fact, it's quite simple. It's a very simple, ingenious thing. Like these sardines. You can do anything with sardines. You can eat them with crackers, eat them with bread. I usually like to put hot sauce on them, but forgot to bring hot sauce with me. You know, when I was a kid, I used to look up at the sky, and I would see stars everywhere. And I don't know, it was quite an interesting thing for me to do every night. And I remember this quite clearly. One day, when I was a kid, I was looking up at the sky, and I did not see a pole right in front of me, and I completely crashed into it. And it didn't hurt. The only thing that hurt was just my pride. But I don't know. I remember that quite clearly in my youth. But every now and then, I'll look up at the sky, and I don't see anything. I mean, it's all cloudy. This whole air is just polluted now. And I don't ever see a star. But a couple of days ago, I did see one star, and it was twinkling out in the sky. And it just disappeared. I don't know, maybe it's just a coincidence, I'm assuming. It feels nice to just sit out and just really enjoy. I don't know, not being funny or chaotic or, anything that people know me as. When they say, "Oh, David's here," they always think of the guy that runs in and is just like, yelling for no reason, honestly. I just like to be loud. I think it's kind of funny. But, I don't know, it feels nice to just sit down and just be kind of retrospective in a way. And just very chill and laid back. I bought my cats a toy recently. And, It's a bird that's attached to a stick, and it has little tails. And it was so funny to me that I gave, I was playing around with my cat with this thing, and my cat just jumps so high. She jumps so high. And there's moments when she like jumps so high that she doesn't even realize how high she is. And then, there's a saying that it's not, you could fall. It's not about the fall that kills you, right? But it's the sudden stop. So you could see it in her eyes that as she's falling down, her eyes go wide, and then she sometimes lands on her feet. Many times she does not land. And I think it's kind of funny. Oh, and if you're wondering what sardines these are, the King Oscar. You can get them anywhere you can go. Anywhere you go, you can get them for $3 usually. I know Walmart has sardines that they had on sale. There was one that was sardines in water, which doesn't have any olive oil, but they are very salty from what I've heard. And then there's sardines and hot sauce, which I've heard was kind of interesting. And I did buy both of them, but I always fall back to King Oscar. King Oscar is quite an interesting brand to me. Oh no, I mean, they pack like about 20, maybe 15 sardines in here. Quite nutritious. I wonder what's over there. I see houses over there, and I always wonder, do they go out by the lake, and do they just put their feet out by the sand? What do they do? I'm already getting full. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have about 5 more sardines left. I'm gonna take this time to talk about a dream that I had recently. It's quite weird. But I had a dream that I was in my car, and I'm driving down this long stretch of road, and it's dark, but the only thing that's lighting the road is just street lamps every now and then. They're just lighting up the road right in front of me. And oh no, I just kept driving and driving, and I think along the way there was a deer, and I stopped, and the deer just looked at me, and I looked back at the deer, and we were just staring at each other for a bit, and then it just would not move. I kept honking the horn. Nothing. And I don't really know what to say about that, because I remember it was like one of those dreams, where you wake up in a cold sweat and everything's moving around you. You're confused. You're dazed, and then after a while, everything just kind of like gets back to normal, and then you realize it was just a dream. But it just felt so weird to me. I don't know. I don't know what the deer might represent. Maybe it means a new start. Maybe it means, maybe dangerous perils await me. I don't really know. Maybe the road to nothing is a sign that I need more things in my life. I'm not really too sure. Not really too sure. Anyways, here's the last one. Bon appetit. It's a beautiful day. And it's always going to be beautiful. Day after day.